Okay, so one of my favorite videos that we've done thus far is our Halloween dog fails. So obviously we had to do it again. But this time, it's the holiday edition. Fasten your seatbelts and blast that Mariah Carey. You're about to be slayed. Welcome back to Alpha Paw, your destination for everything dog. I'm Bernie Zilio, and I am on a mission to answer every doggone question you have ever had about your fur babies. But today, we are simply appreciating our dogs in all their holiday glory with the 10 greatest holiday dog fails. But let's be real, dog fails are pretty much always hilarious, so really, these fails are wins. No dogs were harmed in the making of this video. This first pupperino is proof of my theory that these fails are actually wins, because what is a better Christmas tree ornament than this little snoot? Now, you may think this photo would be difficult to try and recreate with your own floofer at home, but I've actually studied this image for longer than is probably socially acceptable and have reached the conclusion that you can actually do this with a holiday wreath, maybe a treat, a very adorable snoot, and a closely cropped photo. Voila, you're welcome. While that pup just wanted to be part of the festivities, some dogs are not as happy to be included and actually struggle to get into the holiday spirit. Like this very uneasy, but still very good boy dressed as Santa's #1 reindeer. I can't, this poor dog. For this displeased pup, I have remixed a holiday jingle to be more suited to his situation. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say he really looked freaked out and miserable, so please take him out of that thing before he rips your head off. Now, some doggos aren't into all the Hallmark holiday stuff and want to take us back to the real meaning of Christmas, religiously speaking. This photo, you guys, I cannot handle this. So first of all, I grew up Catholic, so I can really truly appreciate the attention to detail, as well as the improvisation that took place in order to make this photo happen. There's so many things that I want to discuss. But first of all, baby Jesus looks like a Cabbage Patch doll, but also like a farmer. So that's what's going on there. Eeyore is one of the 3 wise men, and Piglet is herding a horse the size of Mary and Joseph. Like, this is brilliant. Brilliant, I'm obsessed. While some dogs love this time of year, others can't even believe that it's December already. Honestly, neither can I. Check out this sweet, sweet angel wishing us all a happy Hanukkah. That hat, that sign, and that scream. Okay, so I adore Seinfeld, the show, and this pup, for some reason, makes me think of Frank and Estelle Costanza and how they're always yelling at George. Speaking of which, happy almost Festivus. I hope we're all planning to air our grievances because, boy, I have quite a few. This next dog is actually really unhappy about the fact that this year has flown by so fast, and I, for one, cannot blame them. That poor baby. Our dogs are probably just as confused and like low-key depressed as we are at this point. I honestly can't tell if it feels like the year has flown by, or if it feels like it's taken forever, or if I'm now aging in dog years. P.S. That's not a thing, and we actually debunked that theory in a previous video, so make sure you check that out. Point is, this pup and I will both be wagging our tails as we ring in the new year. Bring on 2021. This list is making me realize all the things our pups do to make us happy. They will put on the hat, they'll put on the costume, the sweater, whatever it is, and just sit there, hopefully for long enough for us to get a picture and just be good boys and girls for our own enjoyment. We just do not give them enough credit. And how do we repay them? This family decided to give their infant daughter a pony? A horse? Who wins in this situation? Because you know that dog is miserable, and it's evident that the baby is terrified. So once again, full circle, this was a gift that the parents told themselves was for the kid, but was actually selfishly for them. I can learn a lot from these parents. Even though sometimes we want our pups to pose for our own enjoyment, okay, all the time, we have to remember that dogs are gonna dog. It really doesn't matter what day it is. Like this lunatic who is literally in the Christmas tree. I cannot. This dog is inside the Christmas tree. Now, I really truly wish that we had video of this moment because I need to know the before, the during, and the after that took place. Obviously, we've discussed there's a lot of shiny objects in a tree that could potentially look like a toy to your dog. But I have never seen a dog likely launch his or herself off, like the sofa or something, to get into the tree. Dog's in the tree. I wonder if it stayed there, if it just stuck, if it fell through, if there were ornaments everywhere. I need the entire backstory and the video. A dog has to do what a dog has to do, okay? If a cat runs up a tree, the dog must chase said cat. Doesn't matter if the tree is inside or outside the house. And if you put brightly colored, toy-sized objects on the ground, dog must play with. We know how they operate, right? But hey, at least there's some acknowledgement on this pup's part, you know? Honestly, it could have been worse. This dog could have gotten into the chocolate. By the way, if that happens, take your dog to the vet immediately. That is really bad for dogs. But I just really appreciate that this dog's owning up to his or her part. He's like, yeah, I did it. Speaking of dogs who own their mishaps, look at this poor baby who ate all the Hanukkah latkes. I can't with those sad eyes. She looks very sorry. 14 out of 10, forgiven, and still a very, very good girl. Very good. I'm gonna squish her little face. Moving on. So we've already covered 9 holiday dog fails. But at the end of the day, who's really failing here? We are, as dog parents. Making our dogs do ridiculous things for our own amusement? Come on, be better humans. But who am I to talk? I definitely do this to my pod and enjoy reveling in all of the hilarity. But sometimes our dogs just get fed up, and boy, do they let us know. Poor Linda's over here trying to take a cute family photo for the holiday card, and bam! Swift kick to the face. I don't know if her name is Linda. It just seemed fitting. Did you enjoy this compilation as much as I did? Give us a thumbs up down below. Again, I'm Bernie Zilio, and this is Alpha Paw. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single doggone episode. We'll see you next time.